This video is going to take us through creating a purchase order manually in Stok.ly. So in the back office, we are going to come down to purchasing, click on purchase orders. Now in purchase orders, you could import your purchase orders manually, but in this case, we'll create them in the back office and we'll click on this icon to add a purchase order. We'll select a delivery address. So we'll receive those into our central warehouse. You could receive them into shops or what have you. We've set up a default contact in the location of central warehouse. So if we just have a look through here, I duplicate this, and in locations in the central warehouse, apologies. There is the contact right at the top. So you just scroll down, there's the contact we've set up. That's your delivery contact. Okay. We'll now select our supplier. Again, in suppliers, when we have a look at them, there's the contact. That's who we will be sending the purchase order to. You can add as many contacts as you want. You can give them tags. The delivery contract, the star, is the default contact. So we'll need to set up the contact of the location, the contact of the supplier, before we can create a purchase order. And now we'll add in some items. So when we set up items, we can set up units of measure. This is how you'll buy your products. So at the item level, if we come in here and we look at this item, and we scroll down, here are your units of measure. This is how you purchase. And we've set this up with the supplier product codes, the cost price, and these are the units. So I can buy them in single units, boxes of 10, pallets of 100. I can also buy the same item from a different supplier, different price points. This would be the barcode on a single unit, on a box of 10, on a pallet of 100. So that when we are in the purchase order screen, you can see here we've set it up with single units, boxes of 10, pallets of 100. And in this case, we will have 2 boxes of 10 of those. And we'll have 3 boxes of 10 of those. Great. So now we can set delivery dates, when we're expecting the stock to arrive. We can adjust the unit price. We get a variety of financials. This is our landed costs, so we might add in handling or freight. 1. We'll use the quantity of 1 because you can add in multiple handling costs if you get extra handling added at a later date. We'll add in the tax class for these specific landed costs. They may be different to the tax that you pay on the items. And then we'll just add in that charge. We'll now create this purchase order. So we can view it, we could approve it and submit it, but if there may be permission controls around the ability to approve a purchase order before submitting it. So let's view this purchase order. So we can see that we've created a purchase order in requisition, so we have not submitted it. At this point, we could add in a reference that we might want to search against and add in so that it arrives on the goods in note and we can find the purchase order easily. This is our delivery location, our contacts. If it was foreign currency, we could choose a foreign currency. There is a video called Creating Purchase Orders in Foreign Currency and how to manage the exchange rates. You could leave notes for a colleague Here, if we're importing, we could include our duty by ticking this box. It's still fully editable, so we can edit any field. We can add further additional costs. We've made changes, so we'll save that. When we're ready to submit the purchase order, we'll approve it. That's permission controlled, so if you want to limit that ability to approve a purchase order to, say, a finance manager, we can set that up here in roles and permissions. And now we have it's approved. We can now submit. It'll fill the email as the standard address, but you could change that. If you don't want to email it, you can just click submit. And now that has been submitted. So if we have a look at purchase orders, we are now waiting for this purchase order to be delivered. There's the reference. And at the point where goods are received, that was purchase order number 53, external reference test. We'll come in and we can create a goods receipt here in the central warehouse. We'll receive against a purchase order. And down the bottom here is purchase order 53. We could search for that test. And there's test 1, 2, 3. That's creating a purchase order manually in the back office of Stok.ly.